Hey guys, I'm AfroGeek PlusUltraNappy and welcome back to a brand new Tales from a Geek story. So this story goes way back, early 2000s, I can't pinpoint a year. It involves a Halloween story, and I figured I'd share it with you guys because it was something that was really funny and very embarrassing. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the story. It starts back in, I want to say this was kindergarten. Now, around the time, there was a Power Rangers series out at the time called Power Rangers Ninja Storm. And me, being a huge Power Rangers fanatic, I wanted to go as a Power Ranger. And this would be like the first time I ever went as a Power Ranger for Halloween. I remember a few times prior to that, my mom and I would go to Walmart, and I would always see the costumes. Since, you know, Halloween was around, they always had this big display of like costumes and candy. So I would always see the Power Ranger Ninja Storm costumes. And I really wanted to go as Shane, the Red Ranger from Power Rangers Ninja Storm. So I remember I asked my mom if she could buy me one of the costumes to go as a Power Ranger for Halloween. And at my school, we were having like a little party that day too, because you know, back in elementary school, sometimes you would have parties like that. Kids can come show up in their costumes, they can go around to a couple of the classrooms, get some candy, and my mom guaranteed that she would get me a Power Ranger costume, which I was super pumped for. So fast forward to the day of Halloween. We're at school, the party's going on, I'm waiting for my mom to show up. You know, other parents are there with their kids and everything. So she brings me the costume, and I quickly run into the restroom and change. And so my mom decides to stick around because shortly after, when, you know, the party's over, everybody gets to go home, they get to gear up and get ready to go trick-or-treating. So I go to the stall, and there's a couple other people I knew in there changing into their costumes, or just simply, you know, just use the bathroom. I go into a stall, I take out the bag, and it's a Power Ranger costume, but it is not just any Power Ranger costume. Here's where it gets embarrassing. It is not Shane, the Red Ranger, like I asked for, and it wasn't Dustin, the Yellow Ranger, but it was Tori, the Blue Power Ranger. And for those of you that don't know Power Rangers Ninja Storm, that was one from the early 2000s, and there was only 3 of the main, I think, Ninja Rangers. Now, when I saw that, I immediately started crying. I flipped my shit because I'm just like, why would my mom get me the female Power Ranger costume? I put it on. Why I put it on beats me. I could have just not put it on, but my little idiotic brain decided to put it on anyway. Of course, I come out the stall and everybody's laughing at me. Why I came out the stall too, I don't fucking know, but people were just laughing at me non-stop, and it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And I remember I was crying, I was roaming the hallways, everybody was laughing.
You're a girl Power Ranger, you're wearing a skirt, ha ha ha, you're a girl.
That little silly elementary childish shit. And so I remember I was complaining to my mom, and I was like,
Mom, why did you get me the Blue Ranger? She is a girl.
And my mom was like, well, I didn't know. There was no Red Ranger or Yellow Ranger, and I know you like the color blue, and you know, I didn't know that the Blue Ranger was a girl. And I was just so sad. And so I tried to go the rest of that party without trying to like let people bother me about it and everything. But unfortunately, that didn't work. People still got a kick out of it. They laughed their ass off. And eventually I got so sad and so upset, I stormed out of the school, and I immediately wanted to go home. My mom took me home. She felt really bad. Now looking back at it, I can't really blame my mom. How is she supposed to know like the Power Rangers from a series? Moms have a million other things going through their mind, especially if you have a mom who was in school trying to get another degree at the time too. So later on that night, I was like, I don't know if I want to go trick-or-treating because of this costume. There's a skirt on it. And my dad was like, well, I don't want you going out with a skirt on. Blah, blah, blah. And so my mom comes up with the idea on cutting the skirt off. Luckily, we were able to do that, and it didn't really mess up the costume. It mainly looked like I was a boy Power Ranger once we cut the skirt around off. I basically just did that because my mom was like, well, we can't really buy you another costume right at this very minute. I don't know if we could financially afford to do that, or if it was just something my mom wasn't going to try and rush to do. We were able to go trick-or-treating, or at least I was able to go trick-or-treating. Nobody really said anything once I cut the skirt off. Nobody like said, hey, isn't the Blue Ranger a girl? Like, no kids said that. I just went on with my night. I got some candy, and I basically enjoyed the rest of my Halloween night. I went home, ate my candy, watched Power Rangers, and just kind of hung out. But alrighty guys, that is it for the video. I know it's been a huge minute since I've done a Tales from a Geek video, but I've been kind of holding off on this series a little bit because I've been focusing on other videos I want to put on the channel. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. You know, want to see more of Tales from a Geek, let me know down in the comments below. And I have plenty of other stories stories I can tell you guys, because trust me, that was the least embarrassing one, but it's still embarrassing to wear a skirt. Yeah. If you enjoy what you've been seeing on my channel so far, hit that subscribe button, especially if you are brand new. Don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload videos. You can hit the all feature to get notified when I upload every single video, or you can hit the personalized option to get notified when I upload every other video. If you want to hit me up on all my social media links, they're in the description below. I'm talking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. If you want to do more to support me and this channel in the future, hit up my Patreon reward. There are multiple different tiers with divergent rewards for each one, and it would definitely help me grow this channel bigger and better. But just liking the video, sharing, subscribing, and just watching in general means just as much to me as if you were to go on my Patreon. And I want to point out one other thing. I'm recording this like a week in advance because I'm currently sick, but I just want to point out that when this video is uploaded, we will only be a few days away from the election. And guys, I am telling you, it is so important that you go out and vote during this election. You've seen what happened when we let some idiotic, annoying orange in the White House and messed up America. Don't let America be fucked in the ass again like it already is. We don't need to make it worse than it already is, guys. Go out and vote. But alrighty guys, that is it for the video. I am AfroGeek +UltraNappy. I'm not even gonna do that regular outro. I'm just gonna say go fucking vote.